Arknights Endfield is a game that we're all anxiously awaiting. In fact, it's the reason why this channel that you're watching this video on was even created. Yes, I have the vision of showing off all of the games that Gryphline and Hypergryph plan on releasing here on this channel, but the main focus here is Arknights Endfield. I've developed such love for the series that I wanted to show that through this channel and make sure that you guys had a place to come and watch nothing but content on Arknights Endfield. So that brings me to today's topic, which is an article that I've been seeing around a lot, and I wanted to try and get some better sources as to where this came from and things that were valuable to those who would be watching this video. But as I see it spreading, I'm kind of starting to believe more and more about it. We're gonna start with this new employee that managed to get hired. Now, it says his name's Mr. Goo. I managed to see various different names for this guy, which is what made me kind of skeptical of talking about this. But everything points to this being true. I've even looked up the actual LinkedIn, and I did see it. So this guy, Mr. Goo, is a 3D technology chief executive. He is very, very knowledgeable of 3D systems within various different games, and he has 20 years of experience. His experience goes back to Splinter Cell, Ghost Recon, Wildlands, Rainbow Six Siege. I believe he's also done Moonlight Blade. Yeah, he's been at the best and the worst of gaming, and everything that he's touched, there has been technical innovation. And I think that really does show this man's experience and knowledge when it comes to this. Now, talent like this doesn't come often in China. People who have this much experience to develop games that are very different, that are innovative, right? A lot of things that we've seen over the past couple of years are a lot of games that have similar systems, similar UI, similar everything. And when you see these games that come out that are very different from all the other competition, usually guys like Mr. Goo are behind some of those games. They see visions for things that other studios may not be willing to take a risk on. Now, Hypergryph is one of those companies. Before this guy was even hired, Arknights Endfield was already in development. So this is just a perfect mix. Having talent like this join Hypergryph means all of their 3D games are going to get a huge buff. So the reason why we're talking about this today is because of this man's experience. He's worked at Next Studios, which is a subsidiary of Tencent. I don't necessarily remember the games that they made. I have played a few of them, but at the moment it's just kind of flying over my head. They've also had this guy work at MiHoYo, I believe. I'm kind of trying to find if this is that's what I remember reading. But yeah, this guy has experience, and this is definitely something that Hypergryph wants to capitalize on, right? So with Arknights Endfield being very different from its competition, I mean, the base systems, we did see some issues with the base building there. The 3D graphics were fantastic, but they missed some sort of touch in the way that the characters moved, and sometimes there were some dip in frames. It just unoptimized related stuff. But this was a tech test, and having a tech test of that quality was already outstanding. It shows that the vision is there, and they're willing to push this vision as far as they can possibly take it. Arknights is a huge title. We see every month, despite it being a 2D title, a tower defense game on mobile, exclusively on mobile, it still racks in millions every single month. And this only shows that they have an IP that they could definitely capitalize on. So Endfield is not only risky for them, but it could be incredible if done right. So hiring talent like Mr. Goo, I think that's a good move. Now, how they managed to get him to leave Tencent, I don't know. But man, it's just such a good move to have someone like him. Now, it does talk about how Ex-Astris wasn't really a huge success in terms of sales because of its initial release having some of the issues that it had, and that comes and goes with some of the advancements that studios try to make. Sometimes you're going to create games and they're going to miss, and sometimes they're going to be huge W's. Now, in my opinion, Ex-Astris is a fantastic game. It's only $10, and they've improved it since I played it in full. So you can go and watch my review on the game on the channel, but all the improvements made weren't even a part of that review or first impression. So it's much better than it was when I initially played it. But here's the meat of this whole article right here, and I feel like it's aligning with something that I saw earlier this year. If anyone has seen this article, I've been looking for it since I've been seeing this specific article here. Hypergryph said somewhere that they planned on having another test sometime later this year. Whether it's another beta test that we can participate in, or if it's one of those beta tests that invite people to their studio, who knows? But I think that this aligns with the timeline that they've kind of put forth for the fans to see. Now, that timeline says that this game will be releasing, Arknights Endfield will be releasing around mid-2025. And I'm assuming that means July, August, September, October, leading into the end of 2025, right? So it only makes some sense. Now, I'm going to read this specific part because it touches on something that I actually feel about Arknights Endfield. Judging from the technical test results of Arknights Endfield so far, the game already boasts a good level of completion, but there's still room for improvement, mainly areas such as facial expressions, character movements, and fabric materials. Now, Mr. Goo has experience in fabric materials and 3D landscapes. This is something that he could definitely touch up on, because I believe this is Moonlight Blade that they're talking about. I don't know if the translation is just off or whatever, but this is something that he has experience in. And all of this stuff that they're showing here, this is the base building. It had so much room to improve. Having Mr. Goo also means that running this on mobile will need much more optimization. They need the knowledge and experience of someone like Mr. Goo. So I think this is a sign of the game heading in the right direction. This is a sign of Arknights Endfield having a smooth and proper development process, and it only means that when 2025 or whenever they plan to release the game finally arrives, they have some really good talent to ensure that the game is in its best state upon release. I have reached out to the Hypergryph team or the Gryphline team just to see if there's any way that I can get my hands on Popicom. I'm not sure if that's going to happen through them or if I'm gonna have to buy it myself. Either way, I will be showing it on this channel, and I'm really excited to share that with all of you. Let me know what you think of this entire article in the comment section below. I'm going to also place this article in the pinned section so that you can read it in full and see if this is something that you believe, you're excited for, and want to talk about in the comment section. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and yeah, have a wonderful day. Stay healthy, stay safe, and stay chaotic. Love you guys. Peace out.